Mr. President, I've been told. Okay, thank you, Mr. President. So, excuse me. The Senate will soon vote on the agreement by the Conference Committee to keep the government open. The agreement was a product of a lot of hard work and long nights and weekends by members of the Conference Committee and their staffs. I want to salute Senator Leahy and Senator Shelby. I want to salute all of the conferees. When Leader McConnell and I met as we moved to open up the government for a short period of time, I suggested that we do a conference committee because I had a great deal of faith in the members of the conference committees on both sides of the aisle, and that faith has proven to be vindicated. So I thank you, Senator Leahy, Senator Shelby, the whole staffs, and all the members of the conference committees for the great job they have done. Now, the agreement will provide smart border security, increasing support for technologies at our ports of entry. It will not fund the president's expensive, ineffective wall. It will desperately provide needed humanitarian assistance, medical support, transportation, food and clothing for children and families in detention. It will provide funding to our neighbors in Central America to fight the actual root causes of migration, the violent gangs and drug cartels. In short, it represents a fair compromise that includes priorities from both sides of the aisle. I expect the legislation will pass this chamber with a significant bipartisan majority, pass the House, and be sent to the President with plenty of time to avoid a government shutdown tomorrow at midnight. There is word the President will declare a national emergency. I hope he won't. That would be a very wrong thing to do. And Leader Pelosi and I will be responding to that in short order. But before that, I just want to say, in order to reach this point, in order to attain this bipartisan compromise, 800,000 public servants were forced to suffer without pay for over a month as President Trump put the country through a completely unnecessary shutdown that snarled airports, delayed loans for farmers, small businesses, trashed our national parks, and took billions of dollars out of our economy. We still need to address the plight of government contractors who have still not been made whole. Regrettably, we were unable to include this in the agreement, but we're going to keep working and fighting for Senator Smith's proposal to ensure our contractors are made whole again. Mr. President, the Senate was in the same position, the very same position just before Christmas, with a deal in hand, when the President reversed himself and engineered the longest shutdown in American history. After all of the pain of the shutdown that caused by President Trump, we are basically right back where we started, with nearly the same parameters of a bipartisan agreement we were ready to pass around Christmas. Leader Pelosi and I, for instance, offered the President $1.375 for border security with the same language that would have prohibited the wall then as is in the agreement now. So let this be a lesson. Government shutdowns don't work. I hope President Trump has learned that lesson once and for all. I hope we never go down the road to shutdowns again. The American people suffer, and very little is accomplished. President Trump should sign this bill ASAP. Yield the floor.